following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Victoria, Texas, weighing 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And the opponent, from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing 234 pounds, Bret Hitman Hart.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a sold-out show here in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
And you couldn't fit another fan in here with a crowbar. It's cheeseheads as far as the eye can see.
It sure is. Green Bay knows that they're about to see the greatest superstars in all of sports entertainment. I can't wait to get started.
Seeing a match like this makes me proud to be part of this company.
I'm with you, partner. You just can't experience a thrill like this anywhere else.
And that's because you're not going to see athletes like the WWE superstars anywhere else, Cole.
You certainly aren't. They're the greatest athletes in the world. And this is the only place you'll see them doing what they do best.
Come on, quit showing off. This is a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff. A textbook reversal. Can he follow up?
You look at Stone Cold Steve Austin, and you're looking at a man who's seen it all and done it all.
You're absolutely right. A 6-time WWE champion, 3-time Royal Rumble winner, Intercontinental champion, king of the ring.
Not to mention the bane of Mr. McMahon's very existence.
Yeah, there aren't too many superstars who have managed to give the boss a stunner and keep their jobs. We're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight.
I'm all for freedom of expression, whether I agree with what they're saying.
That reversal might stop his opponent's momentum dead. I certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
No kidding. No matter what call you make, you're going to get on the bad side of at least one superstar.
And that's about the last place you want to be if you're not a superstar yourself. Trust me, I know. And there's the reversal. These superstars are so unpredictable. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
I don't think you're going to be able to. Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
And he's got this crowd solidly behind him. And now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion. Look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum. Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this. Bret Hart calls himself the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
And that's a hard point to argue.
You're not kidding. He's right on at least 2 counts, and I might not be able to see the future, but I bet he's right on that one too.
That's a pretty safe bet. I doubt we'll ever see another superstar in our lifetimes like the legendary Hitman.
Oh man, these WWE fans are fired up.
They sure are, and you know that's going to have an effect on this match.
Rope break.
This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, but if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago. I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
I don't say this too often, but I completely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long rivalry.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate them.
Hey, watch your language. This is a family show.
I said exasperate. Not, oh, never mind. Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
Instead of pandering to the fans, you should really keep your head in the match.
Come on, you're looking at a superstar who can feed off the crowd and use that energy to win the match. Night after night, the WWE superstars never fail to amaze the fans.
And that's a good thing. I don't even like to think about where we'd be if they didn't.
Well, we wouldn't be sitting here calling this match, that's for sure.
It's crazy to think that we actually get paid to do a job like this. There's thousands of people out there who would do this for free.
Really? Maybe I should look into that. I could get a better broadcast partner and save the company some money at the same time.
Keep it up, and you're going to find out exactly how tough it is to do this job with your jaw wired shut.
I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
Of course not. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything.
And that's something I don't think people realize. The mental conditioning of the WWE superstars is just as impressive.
Man, this crowd is really swelling this guy's head.
There's no doubt that these fans love him, and he's feeding off that energy right now.
You know, there's such a thing as playing to the crowd too much, and that's what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off.
Even if you wind up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well, and having to deal with emotional as well as physical.
Kick in the gut. Here it comes.
Stunner! Stunner! Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
You know, if you let me train you, you could be cruiserweight champ inside a year.
The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this down the middle. It's so great seeing these superstars in competition here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't.
Oh boy, here we go with the old top rope between the legs trick.
And this has got to be one of the most painful situations any superstar can find themselves in.
I've been on the receiving end of a beating from Stone Cold, and let me tell you, I do not envy his opponent tonight.
Neither do I. Stone Cold isn't a man to let you off with a warning.
These fans have got something they want to share with us.
That's their right. They paid for their tickets after all.
The Hart family is a legendary name in the sports entertainment business, and Bret Hart is a legend among legends.
And these fans are getting a real treat watching the Hitman in action tonight.
They're not the only ones. I could watch Bret Hart compete every night of the week. I know I say this a lot, but it ain't ballet.
Here it is. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
And if his opponent is smart, he'll get the hell out of there.
This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, one mistake, and we're going to see that fire put out pronto. I've got to admit it, I'm impressed by these superstars' performance here tonight.
We were expecting a solid match from these superstars, but this is even better than I'd hoped.
These superstars have been giving it everything they've got all night.
They sure have, and that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
Yeah, you're not going to win a match if you're blown up 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent.
Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. These are trained WWE superstars, and even they wind up seriously injured sometimes.
That's for sure. Even me, a former WWE champion, has had his share of injuries over the years. I was a great WWE champion, the longest reigning WWE champion in history, but if there ever was a better one, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I have to admit, I'm a little shocked to hear you admit that Stone Cold was a better champion than you were.
Might have been, and if he was, there's no shame in coming in second to the best this business has ever seen. You take one look at Bret Hart, and it's not hard to see why he's a WWE Hall of Famer.
I'll put it this way, partner. If Bret Hart doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, nobody does. This capacity crowd is certainly getting its money's worth here tonight.
And it's a good thing, too. If they're not buying tickets, we're not getting paychecks.
Well, I don't think...
Uh-oh, someone's about to get dumped on their head.
What a pile driver. That may have knocked his opponent out cold.
I love hearing a crowd come. Here's the pin. This could be it.
2.
It doesn't look like Stone Cold's transition to Hollywood has softened him up any.
If anything, he looks even tougher than ever, and that's saying something. Anyone who thinks this business is a piece of cake should get into the ring with these superstars.
I don't think anyone would last too long against them. These are trained WWE professionals. Bret Hart calls himself excellence of execution, and it's not hard to see why.
From anyone else, that would be just ego. From the Hitman, it's the truth.
And that's why Bret Hart is one of WWE's most respected Hall of Famers.
Man, this one's turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it took me by surprise, and that doesn't happen often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you anything can happen here in the WWE.
No matter how long Stone Cold Steve Austin is away from the squared circle, he's as popular as ever when he returns.
Here's your winner and still the champion, Bret Hitman Hart.